Man, you already know the vibes, man. It's your girl V-Henny, man. We out here in Atlanta. I got one of the dopest, lyrical, and most just overall humble person that I definitely fuck with her, man. We got Nesha Nycee in the building. She rocking out with us. How you
get into
feeling?
Get into it. Nesha Nycee said twice, the queen sitting here across from another queen. Y'all see the energy and the synergy. Shout out to V-Henny for having me. Like she said, NYC is in the building. They made their way to the A, and we are here today. Get into it.
Ow. Yo, you know, I people don't understand. Like, we've been following each other for a minute, man. And if you haven't tapped into her music, listen. Everybody knows me in New York that knows the fact that I'm all about lyrics. I'm all about bars. And not only about bars, about the way you brand yourself. And when I saw you on social media, I was just like, yo, this girl is a vibe, and your music overall. I was like, not for nothing. I was just like, yo, she from the South, and you spitting shit. You saying some, and I'm loving it. You dive into like a dope, like you can get conscious with it at that.
Yes, queen.
And what I love about it is the fact that you're a woman in this industry, spitting. You're not getting just sexualizing things. You're actually saying things that people can relate to.
Facts.
I want to just applaud you for that.
Thank you.
I think you're dope overall. Born in St. Louis, raised in Atlanta. So my question to you, I want to start off would be, how is that transition from St. Louis to Atlanta, like overall as a person?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was a blessing. St. Louis is a city where it's not much going on. It's not a lot of opportunities. It's a lot of crime and violence, and I mean, that's just playing out what it is. So being able to leave a place like that and be afforded so many opportunities, I'm grateful for that. So the transition, at first it was hard. Like I did not see myself not living in St. Louis. Like I always wanted to be that gem that came out of a rough spot that really made something out of myself. So I wanted to continue to fight against the adversity just so I could let people know it's possible. I remember looking at Nelly and the St. Lunatics. I know that's really all we got. Don't try to say nothing about us, y'all. That's why I'm coming. Shout out to Smino because he doing this thing too. You feel me? But I remember looking at them and being like, yo, I could do this. As a female, as a young girl, 5, 6, looking at them on TV being like, yo, I know I can do this. So the transition was much needed. You know what I mean? It was much needed. Shout out to the A, for real.
It's all part of your growth. And I'm a firm believer, everything happens for a reason. I was reading an article about you, and I noticed that you put, there's a purpose to everything. You have a purpose, yes. Right? And I was just like, yo, listening to like your, what is it, painful purpose that you have?
Come on now.
So,
painful purpose right here. Come on.
Yo, painful purpose, right?
On the skin. I ain't playing no games out here.
And we're going to play the video. You're going to see it. But I want to just dive the beginning of the video, right?
Talk about it.
I was like, yo, Niche, does that correlate with your accidents?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Come on now. When you do your research, baby, when you do your research, baby, this how things line up and line out. Okay, this is how the interview goes through. You see what I'm saying? I'm tired of y'all booking me for these interviews, only asking 2 questions, and I got to carry the interview. Shout out to V-Henny. That is directly related to the car accidents. I remember having a conversation with my team, and shout out to Josh and shout out to John for being on the back end, being my business partners and just seeing my vision and coming together with me. Shout out to Shot by Reginald who shot the video, but I actually scouted out every scene. I drove around the city and I found everything that one day, and I was like, oh my God, this is a blessing. I want to be here. I want to use this car. I want to correlate it with the accidents that I've been through. At first we were going to try to do like some news clippings at the beginning of the video. Okay. And then we was like, once we got that added, it kind of was too busy. So I said, well, you know what? We don't want to take nothing away from the video. And if you really been following Nesha Nycee for a minute, if you're part of the Nice Gang, y'all see here. If you're a part of the Nice Gang, if you're a part of the royal family, you know about the car accidents. You normally see me with the braids down to my ankles. If you're a part of the gang, you feel me? But this the different layer, different flavor, different swagger. You feel me? So yeah, Queen, that was waking up at the beginning of the video, coming out of that car. It was me fighting against adversity. It was literally me saying, powerful vision, painful purpose. Because since I've been doing music, since a child, I've always had a powerful vision. But I could not understand why my life was so challenging. I couldn't understand why I had to go through the things I had to go through as a child. And it was okay because it shaped me into the woman that I am. Yeah. But I knew it would be a painful purpose. No matter what, the pain, I'm going to get through it. The purpose is at the end, and it's all worth it.
Yo, you know what's crazy is that I always say, my pain is my motivation. You understand? Like, people don't understand that sometimes you got to take that painful moments throughout your whole life and just turn it into a positive aspect. Yo.
You have to.
And at what given point in your life and your career did you started realizing, yo, I need to transition all these negative incidents? I just at this point just need to shift my energy, you know, and just elevate my vibrations. At what point in your career?
Yes, I was 9 years old. That's when I started doing music. I knew then. When I found music as an expression, I knew then, wait a minute, this is going to be the way that I'm going to communicate my pain like no other. I was very shy. It was to the point where, you know, people would be like, is she okay? When I would come around, my brothers would I'm the only girl, so my brothers would bring me around certain people, and I just would be in the corner. And I would be like, I always had something on my mind. I always kind of was like serious because I knew I wanted more out of life and I knew I had to craft my pain. So at 9 years old, when I picked up that pencil, when I picked up that pen and I put it to the paper and I began to paint like a canvas, I said, wait a minute, this is my Basquiat piece right here. Gotcha. This is my mural. This is how I'm going to transcend that pain into purpose. This is how I'm going to make it into something positive.
Now, going back to your video, because, that beginning was, it was super impactful. I was just like, oh, shit. Oh! I was like, damn, that was deep. Yeah, literally, people got to understand, I don't think you guys understand that when you're going through a near-life experience, that really changed your outlook on a lot of things. So when I saw that, and then I just saw you guys really got detail to it. If you want, I'm one of those that I like to look. Yes. So the way the glass was shattered, the way you was just laying on it, I was just like, oh, nah. She started this off, on some real, I
ain't playing no games.
How long did it take for you to do that treatment?
Wow. So we started at 10 a.m. and we really didn't finish till maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock that night. Okay. So we just did the whole day. But as far as me putting the treatment together, it took, once I found the locations, I kind of just do things sporadically. Okay. So I was just like, I want that. When I saw the car, I'm like, yeah, that's going to symbolize the accident. And at first I was going to use multiple cars because I had found kind of a few cars. And I even found a car that was kind of flipped over. Okay. And that really symbolized my accident in February. I know before this year closes out, that really symbolized my accident in February at the beginning of this year. So, but that didn't work out. And what worked out was me being able to use the pink car. It was as accessible. And that was really all I had set in stone. That right there. And I knew I wanted to use a parking lot mural to bring people together as like a protest scene and kind of uplifting black voices and black lives and black brands and things like that. So those were the two things that I had. That piece, the beginning piece where I woke up in the car, and the rest I freestyled throughout the day. I just knew where I wanted to be. Okay, I know that location is dope. When I get there, I'm going to figure it out. That's just kind of how I like to be with my creativity. Okay. You know what I mean? I don't like to, be too analytical on certain things because energy is a real thing.
It is.
You know what I mean? So the way that energy came through on that day and everything, the weather was supposed to be terrible. It's like the clouds just cleared up for me to do all I needed to do outside. Okay. And as soon as it was time to shoot inside, it was like Hurricane Katrina. Wow. It got I was like, wow.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy. It was, you know what? It was meant to be. It was meant to be where you were supposed to be there at that given moment, that given time, and just finish this. And that's why it was like, yes. You guys was inside, it was like, all right, that's it. Se acabó, it's done deal. You understand?
Facts. It was like unbearable rain. It would have been no way I could have shot that video that day. I couldn't have did the car. It would have been no way. His camera would have been trashed, outfit, makeup, everything would have been ruined. So just the fact that the universe cleared everything up for me like that. And I began to put that energy out. And my mom, early in the day, shout out my nice, she was just like, baby, trust and believe what I tell you. I know it's looking gloomy. I know what the news said, but I'm telling you right now, it's going to be clear.
Yeah.
The universe it got you.
She manifested
it.
Yeah.
She said it. She believed it. I received it. And there we have it.
Let me ask you this. In the process of making this video, right, did you at any given moment had to watch your accident, the videos to that? Like to just like compare or anything like that?
No, I didn't because I mean, I don't know. Again, like I said, I just kind of wanted to create something in that moment. So I wanted to. I didn't want to try to be too like I guess the same with the accident. Because if I was going to do it like that, I would have been like, all right, let me make sure I get a blue car. Let me make sure I actually have somebody running into me or something to flip the car. I didn't want to get too deep like that.
Okay.
But I did want to show something that did symbolize like, yo, this symbolizes the accident in February. This symbolizes the accident in 2018. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, so if you don't mind me diving into that accident, I saw the video and I was just like, sheesh.
Yeah.
Like coming out like nothing happened. What was your thought process on that? And then how long did it take you to watch that video?
Yeah, so it was so crazy that day. It was an amazing day. I went up to SAE, School of Audio Engineering. I went up there. I had a meeting up there with my mentor, Alan Johnston. I want to shout him out. He's a legend in just the music industry, from Whitney Houston to, Quincy Jones, legendary man. And I thank him for being in my corner. But I had a meeting with him up there, and it was in regards to going to Paris. And he was actually up there to offer some students that opportunity. Like, this is what I do in Paris. I know y'all go to this school because y'all want to be in entertainment. This is, these are the details. If y'all serious, let's make it happen. And I was there just to sit in on the class with him because he was like, yo, I'm going to be here. Come in, get the information. You already know you going. And I was just so excited about that because I was just like, wow. I've been saying I'm international. I've been saying I want to touch the world, and Paris is on the table right now.
That's a blessing.
You feel me? So I was just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So that whole day I was on a high. We went to go eat after the class, had something to eat. He was like, okay, we're going to get together. We're going to talk about, the packages and just how we can make it easier for you to get out there and just different things. He was like, I got you. Our itinerary, we're going to work it out. I'm going to set you up some shows. I just was on a high. I called my mom. I'm like, yo, mom. She's like, what? Oh, my God. Okay. She's super excited about the whole Paris thing. I meet up with my girl. I go to meet up with her, and we meet up at the store, and we have a conversation about whose car we're going to hop in. Okay. And literally the store we were at is right where the accident happened. So we were just going back and forth like, should we hop in your car? And then we was like, nah, you hop in your car and I'll hop in my car. We'll just go back to the house real quick. Because it was only a couple minutes down the street. She pulls out before me. I pull out right after her. And I'm just sitting there. I'm chilling. I'm still on a high. I just can't believe it. I can't wait to tell her about everything. I'm listening to the radio, and I'm trying to get myself together to put my seatbelt on. I'm literally sitting idle coming out the parking lot. And I just look up. And by the time I look up, the car is already at the door crashing. So I didn't have no time to brace myself. I didn't have time to be like, it was a breathtaking moment. So when it caught me and my eyes was open the whole time, I'm seeing everything flip. Wow. And I'm just my phone had a video or something playing on it. I'm still hearing that. And I'm just hearing everything. And it's like a weird somber peace that's kind of like still over me in this whole commotion. And as I come down, it's almost like I floated down. I mean, I like to think I'm 300 pounds and I'm 8 feet tall with the energy and how I move around. But let's be real, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'm 62 pounds. You feel me? I didn't even have a chance to put on my seatbelt, queen.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that impact, he was coming like 65. 65 miles per hour. I'm sitting idle. I'm not even moving. My foot is on the brake because I'm trying to wait for the right of way to turn out. He comes up on the sidewalk, flips me over. And when I land, I'm upside down, but I'm just like, I'm alive. And I just felt so grateful. And I began to kind of look around. And I ain't gonna lie, I had thought about this little green I had stashed away in the glove compartment. I was like, before the police get here, I'm gonna have to,
Yeah.
You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. I told you I ain't know none. I'm a queen. I ain't know none. Okay. So I thought about the little green I had stashed away while I was upside down doing this, trying to look for it. You feel me? Then I hear people like, we smell gas. Oh. So I'm just like, help me get out of here. Like, and then finally I was able to get out. Actually like a 12-year-old boy, he stuck his arm through. They was able to kind of pry the door open and he pulled me through, and I kind of climbed through the door, and I was standing up, and I just kind of ran to the driver that hit me like, yo, what the? And then like a few people grabbed me and was just like, calm down, like you're alive, like it, don't even worry about it. And I just stopped and I sat down on the ground and I just broke down in tears. Just looking at my car flipped over, looking at the wheels still spinning, and I'm just on the ground like, you know what I mean? Like I still, you feel me? I'm still intact. Like stop playing.
Yeah, that's a little traumatic.
No, it was very traumatic. It was. It was.
Has it affected you like emotionally or mentally with, like with even just from now?
I definitely think so. I mean, I was real shaken up after that. I didn't really want to drive for like a couple weeks. I mean,
that's crazy.
Anxiety it's a real thing, because even from my first accident in 2011 where I didn't have a pulse, that was when I really first got my license. So to go through an accident, I wasn't driving. I was in the passenger on that situation. And this accident in February wasn't my fault as well. But it was just so crazy how I literally had just got in my bag of driving, and I go through a traumatic accident that set me down for a year. So even going through that, like it's always been like a little, I'll be quick to tell people, listen, I'm not driver of the year. You gonna get there safe. You feel me? You ain't gonna have no accidents on my watch. But I'm just a little, I'm like driving Daisy a little bit because I'm trying to, you know what I mean? But sometimes I can kind of be a little like, wait a minute, go-karts. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of in between. I'm doing my thing. I guess I went to a real place and got my license. Don't play with me.
She said I went to a real place to get my license.
So yeah, it did shake me up a little bit, Queen. But I'm not gonna lie, I did not stop moving. Like I think I had a show the next 2 days. Okay. Like, I don't never let anything stop me. I continue to just go. I mean, I went to the chiropractor and, got my body together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I still have aches and pains
what
and
you're
shit.
going through. The reason why I say that's very traumatic is because I like a long time ago, I was driving and a drunk driver crashed into me and the car got totaled. I came out like nothing. So that's why I said I can relate with the fact that sometimes that really changes your mindset in so many ways. So, I'm grateful that you're here,
thank you so much.
Did you, like, with your braids and everything, was that an epiphany or did that have to do with the accident as well? Like a whole new look, a whole new you? Or it's just really something you was just like, yo, fuck it, I'm going to just change it up.
I have my moments in between. Like I said, shout out to the Nice Gang and just the supporters that's been following since 2011, or yo, Nesha, I've been checking you out since 06 when you was in middle school, whatever, because I've literally had this consistency of not stopping and making sure I made a name and buzz for myself in the city. I remember doing the freestyle competition on V103, biggest radio station in Atlanta. 16, I held that down 9 weeks undefeated. Okay. And this is before Instagram was crazy. So I didn't know who I was battling. I would just come up there and it would be men twice my age. So just going through those different times, even then I used to wear my real hair. Okay. Like in middle school, high school, I used to wear my real hair. I would have some times where I would get the braids. In 9th grade is when I really kind of started with the color braids. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of be in and out. A lot of times I may go consistently 3-4 months where people would just see the braids. And then I'll just be like, you know what? It's just time for me to let my hair breathe, or let me just show a different layer. I love to shock people. I love to surprise people. Some days I may pull out the dress and people like, whoa, Nish, I didn't know you was coming like that. But it's like, hey, I'm still a female. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
stop playing with me. Like, you know what I mean? Come on. Like, y'all acting like tomboys don't exist.
That's what
you
I'm
feel
saying.
me?
I mean,
Like,
sometimes with eyeliner, and I'm like,
girl,
no.
come on. I gotta have my brows done. You feel me? Like, what are people talking about for real?
Yo,
So
let me ask you, has that? Because I remember as an artist, that was one of my that was a fear of mine. Like I wasn't open, right? So how was that? Like, were you nervous coming out open just to the world, letting them know who you are, and wondering whether they're gonna accept you or not?
right.
Did you care or not?
I definitely don't think I cared. I feel like even before I probably saw it, I think, you know, people in middle school was like, Nesha, you know what I mean? Because I just always did me.
Okay.
I always had this crazy style where people didn't, you know, I had my times where I was in relationships, you know, with boyfriends and things like that, whatever. But people always knew, like, I just was this free spirit. So it really didn't matter because I always had a beautiful spirit about myself. It's like, no matter what she do, we love Nesha for her. So I never cared. And I've always had a support system, a mom that's always said, baby, do you. Whether you rap, whether you go to school, whatever you do it. Don't be halfway about it. So just having things like that embedded in my memory, always wanting to stand out, you know, that, I mean, it has carry me a long way. So I don't mind. You know, I'm not a person that's like, yeah, you know, this is me, like rainbow drip with the like I ain't gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Like some people be overkill. It's like, listen, you know, you can get into it, but I like to be kind of subtle about my stuff. Like I don't like, you know what I mean? I don't always like for that to be the main thing. It's like, okay, we ain't gotta state the obvious. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when people try to box us in and try to act like, oh, well, let's only talk about that community or whatever. It's like, I'm so many more things than just, you know what I mean? Even to be able to work with people like Curtis Blow, and I'm sending love and blessings to Curtis Blow right now, to go through his surgery. You feel me? But even to have somebody like him on speed dial to talk with in my corner, to have Peaches, which was very instrumental in Outkast's career. And you know what I mean? Just different people that's in my corner. Like I said, Alan, that can give me that extra spice of like, Nesha, we love you for you. You know?
Yeah. That's a blessing. That's a beautiful thing. So, yo, since you're an outgoing person, you're very out the box, spontaneous. Let me ask you this question.
Yes.
When was the last time you did something for the first time?
Damn, as bad as my memory is, let me see. Damn, I know, dog.
It's all good. We can think about it.
I don't know. I can't even think right now yet because I be moving so much. It's like, oh, you know what?
Let's go.
When I went back to the city, I mean, this may be kind of lame. This ain't really that exciting. But when I went back to St. Louis, my hometown, just a couple weeks ago, that was my first time actually staying like downtown St. Louis, like the nicer area.
Oh, you fancy.
Like that was
fancy.
you know what I mean? Like that was my first time to be able to be like, okay, I'm downtown. Like I didn't even know St. Louis had other part, like just to let y'all know, like streets for real. You feel me? So to be able to experience a different side of that was like, whoa.
Now that's dope because I don't think I ever got the luxury to be like to rent a hotel in Manhattan or anything like that. You understand? Like I think the day I do that, I'm gonna be like, right.
Exactly. You stepping in your bag, like, here.
You know,
facts.
But that's it's a blessing because you know what? Why it's a blessing is because right there at that given moment for me, I'm looking at like that's just showing you all the accomplishments you had.
Yes,
that's dope.
Damn, that's such a beautiful way to look at it. No, for real, I've really felt super overjoyed to be like, you know what, I'm coming back to the city of a city where, you know, it's really like The Walking Dead. Like the life is like kind of sucked up out of it. And I was so grateful to be the light in a lot of people's lives when I was there, even if it was at the gas station. I'm like, hey, Queen. They like, Queen, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from here, but, you know, raised and like, yeah, it's just something different about you going to the mall and connecting with people and me posting my stickers and passing stickers out and people like, yo, let me get a picture with you. Like, it's just something, you know what I mean? Your braids, shit, this, shit, that. You feel me? I was so grateful to be a light, to come back to be a light in St. Louis. So yeah, Queen, like you said, when you get to stay in different areas in the city where you pounded those grounds from the struggle to the hustle to whatever, and you can kind of stay somewhere else, the upper, whatever, then you know, like you said, you can look back and say, wait a minute, I have come a long way.
Oh, you have.
You know what I mean? No matter how much I may beat myself up, we know we are our worst critics. You know what I'm saying? We know what it is as an artist. You know, we'll look at things a million times. I know me. I will dwell on something 1,000 times and be like, oh my God, let me look at that a million times. I could have had my foot like this. I should have had the mic like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm proud.
And you should be. You definitely should be. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You know, I can't wait for you to come to New York.
Yes, like we gotta. Yeah. I mean, when the city opened back up, I know it's crazy out there right now.
It's super crazy, but it's hard because, you know, there's still certain things happening. You understand? You just got, yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
You know? But, you know, I just want to say again, thank you for your time. Thank you for for just having me in your city. You understand? Like, it's, you know, like this is a blessing. So we're definitely going to play her video, Painful on Purpose.
Yes.
And check that out. Where can we find all your music, your outlets, and everything?
Yes. Y'all can follow me and find me everywhere at Nesha Nycee, Nesha Nycee. That is again Nesha Nycee, www.neshanycee.com for the merchandise. Nice Gang merchandise. Come on, y'all see it's the North Face. But we gotta kind of jock that little shit real quick and just kind of flip it and do our own thing. We just got to kind of do that just to be creative. You know, we just kind of, you know, just so people can be familiar with the brand. When they see something familiar, then they say, oh, wait a minute, the Nice Gang. Okay, I know okay. So go on the website for the merch. Y'all can stay tuned for more music. At the top of the year, I will be dropping a new single produced by Tasha Couture, another female producer that's doing her thing. Look her up, check her out. Shout out to Zaytoven for the Painful Purpose record. We're going all the way up. Shout out to V-Henny. Listen, get into it. The queen. Y'all better stop playing. I'm coming. Greatness, baby. 2021, 2022, 2023. And beyond, baby, for the rest of this world. I'm not playing.
And you're going to find all her details below. So there's no fucking way that you guys are, there's no excuses to not follow her.
No excuses.
Like, there's none whatsoever. And next time you're up north, she's going to be performing at on the Artistry show. I've been planning it. Like, you understand? So let's make this happen.
It's all about the timing. It's locked in.
Let's do this.
Y'all heard it here first. Get into
guys.
The queen.
Well, okay. Say it twice. Nesha Nycee, the queen. Y'all know that. Ay, powerful vision, painful purpose. Looking back at it was all worth it. The realest to do it. Walking in circles, facts in these lines, gems in these verses. You don't know what I've been through. Been a long time coming, marathon for real, but I still keep running. Yeah, you don't know what I've been through. Been a long time coming, marathon for real, but I still keep running, yeah. The windows tinted, concrete cement, still made a difference. What I presented, really relentless. Now I need double our emblems, double the vision, double your cup, double your symptoms, double the sauce, double the dripping, double the bands. Got me limping, running scams. I know it's tempting, but it's other ways to get it. Left and light, that's how we kick it. Yes, I've been thrifting, you won't catch me in Christian. Still she blessed like a Christian, how she gleaming and glistening. Change the temperature, the temperament. I'm here to stay this permanent. Powerful vision, painful purpose. Looking back at it was all worth it. The realest to do it. Walking in circles, facts in these lines, gems in these verses. You don't know what I've been through. Been a long time coming, marathon for real, but I still keep running. You don't know what I've been through. Been a long time coming, twice, marathon for real, but I still keep running. Yeah. You really can't tell me nothing who you talking to. I sign myself to myself cause that's what bosses do. I need a whole $500,000 just for walking through. No, it's the knowledge I'm dropping, so pick up the jewels. I been wrote the rules, killing these mics and running these jewels. Basquiat piece and I am the news, better than Bruce, still making the news. Don't get it confused, this what I do, I was born to do this. Listen, I ain't even choose on the way to a bill, keep me clock on snooze. Fake eyes in the ooze, hate to see you win, love to see you lose. Down ain't never see the vision when you blow, they do. It ain't no pressure on nothing, I was born to lead. The queen with the colorful braids and beads, and the trap guy walking on keys. Walking on keys. Painful purpose. Looking back at it, it was all worth it. The realest to do it. Walking in service. Facts in these lines, gems in these verses. You don't know what I've been through. Been a long time coming. Marathon for real, but I still keep running, yeah. You don't know what I've been through. Been a long time coming. Marathon for real, but I still keep running, yeah. I got power in my vision and it's pain in my purpose. Looking back at it, I know it was worth it. Power in my vision and it's pain in my purpose. Looking back at it, I know it was worth it. Powerful vision, painful purpose. Look back at it, it was all worth it. The risk to do it, walking the surface. Facts in these lines, gems in these verses. The realest to do it. Marathon for real, but I still keep running, yeah.
The Artistry.
Catch us on YouTube, Facebook, or outlets.
Follow us, The Artistry NY.